two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Bad Truth is in the building. What is going down? Man, that commercial kind of went out trash. Like, like that's not a cool way to end the promotion to your party where it started static and stuff like that. But yeah, what's going down? We chilling? Okay, I have to be mindful to look in the camera eye like I'm looking at y'all so it can make it seem like I'm looking at you. Man, Bear Truth is in the building. What's going down, man? Another beautiful day. I had a good day today. I went to church. Was blessed. Today it was just like, man, the message was on fire and I needed to hear it. I was having some things, it's something about like church, man. It's like you could be going through something and then like you can go in there and it's like God know exactly, what he need to be saying to speak to your heart. Auntie, what's going down? Little cousin, I thought you was coming down for the Halloween party, bro. You never showed up unless you was in Burlington. How your mom doing? Uh Tap in with me, little cuz, and let me know what's going down. For real, for real. But yeah, you know how sometimes you can just be going through something, and then you could pull up in church, and he can kind of hit the little spots that you've been looking for. You dig what I'm saying? So like you'll hear a lot of people say, "Man, I don't go to church. Church is right here. Churches can be with." I guess they'll use the scripture, where three or four, where two or more are gathered in His name, there I am in the midst. And then so it's true. Like, say for instance, if you was sitting like right here, like right now, or if we like opened up in prayer and we start talking about the word, that's church. When people get together and come together in a spiritual form under Jesus' name, that is church. And you really correct about that. But then some people will say that they don't have to go to church because the church is corrupt, and it's people in there that is getting you for your money, or you know what I mean, they hypocrites in there, they doing this and they doing that. And to keep it a buck, you might as well show on up because they got space for one more. You know what I mean? Because everybody effed up, to tell you the truth. And so I don't go to church looking at them like they supposed to have it together. The problem I do have with them in there is when they try to point at us or point at you and make it seem like you ain't got it together and you don't belong here because the way you dress, or you don't belong here because you did this and you did that. Like, fam, you probably got some stuff going on in your life too. And it's a whole big old mess that be going on in the church. So don't be sitting there trying to point nobody else out and trying to make them look like like they less than. You dig what I'm saying? Because Jesus died for you too. Good job, turkey, and me too. Turn up for Christ and burn up for life. You know what it is. And so I get it. You know, you don't want to go to church because sometimes you have a bad experience. Excuse me. And it'll turn you down from going to church. You know what I mean? I didn't talk to a lot of people. Like, I was in a joint and this guy was telling me, he said that his mom and his dad used to go to church like every single day. Like, they went to Bible study on Tuesdays, choir practice on Friday. They did church missionary on Saturdays. Went out of town with the church faithfully every Sunday. And he said a man came up in his house and he murdered his mom and his dad right in front of him and his brother's face. And so he was like, seeing that as a little kid, he couldn't equate those to the stories that you hear about God. Okay, God is this great God. God is up in heaven. He loves us and he protect us, pray, and he gonna hold us down. And these people came in our house to rob us because they thought we had something and wound up killing my dad and my mom. You know what I mean? And so he was like, man, I don't really mess with it. And what can you say to a person like that? You know what I mean? I don't got no empathy for that. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Only thing I could just say is, bro, you know what I mean? If you ever want to vent, if you ever want to do some laps and talk about it, man, I said, holler at me. I said, I understand. I said, in a situation like that, you're going to have to take your time. I said, but understand this. God know what you're going through and he know you hurting. And when he get ready to call you to have a relationship with him, he going to call you. And so basically, my opinion is you better have your relationship with God. You dig what I'm saying? The pastor is there to give us a word. He's our shepherd. He leads us. But you yourself, you better have a relationship with God and you better be able to hear from him, because you can sit out here, you can listen to people say this and they can say that, but you better what's up, Rock? But you better have your relationship with God yourself. You dig what I'm saying? You better try to figure that out. And I would rather have a relationship with God, you know what I mean? And believe that he's here and try my best to, you know, listen to him and what he got going on for my life than to see him face to face and and feel like I messed up, like I didn't do nothing I was supposed to be doing. Turn up for Christ and burn up for life. Like you ain't doing nothing that God told you to do. Like some people know that you done heard from God. Some people know that they got callings on their life, man. And some people just be running and they just, you like living your best life. And I'm talking about your life, which is doing whatever you like to do. And it don't necessarily mean that, you know what I mean? What's up, toothpick? Um, I'm so glad that you chimed in tonight. It's so good to just to hear you tap in because you be sending me videos and I don't be knowing where you be going. But shout out to Toothpick Phillips. What's going down, sweetheart? But listen to this though. What I'm saying is sometimes, and I'll use me as an example. So one of the things that I was struggling with, man, is that I do a lot of stuff. Okay, I work at craft. I cut hair. I draw portraits. I be messing with the music. I write songs. I write poetry. I'm throwing this party. I DJ. I be having all of this stuff on my plate, man. And then I have to try to figure out, like, am I doing what you telling me to do? You dig what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can get so busy and just doing stuff and thinking that you're doing the right thing. And oh man, it look good. The flyers out there. We getting ready to throw this party, but you know what I mean. I was really like having like some doubts. Like, man, like, you know what I mean? Should I really even try to get into this field? You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like you've done parties before. This ain't your first party. I threw a 70s party for my baby's mama birthday. Her birthday was on Halloween, but I'm saying back when we first met, like 2002, we did our first 70s party out there by Americana. It was packed. Then I did the ice cream party, dress up in your 31 flavors or 33 flavors of ice cream, the Baskin and Robin ice cream flavors. We did that. It was a success. And so it's not like the party probably ain't going to be in a success, but you know what I mean? It's like, I like doing positive, and this can be positive. I'm talking about we're going to really have some fun here. But I was questioning myself like, man, am I doing what God is telling me to do? And so sometimes I struggle with that. I don't know. It might be weird to you, but it ain't weird to me. And then I went into church today and he hit on a few things. He was just like, are you doing things to advance the kingdom of God? And I know a 80s and a 90s party ain't necessarily advancing the kingdom of God. But, I do feel like I got a knack to throw parties and I do feel like we're going to have some fun. And I do feel like that if I do get Bare Truth, the brand out there, as far as you seeing me throwing parties, we can have fun at the 80s and the 90s parties. I don't drink. You grown. You do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, when you know me, know that I'm a God fearing man. Hey, what's up, cousin? Roy's story is in from Mississippi, man. That's our family. And we have never met. And I'm coming to Mississippi to holler at y'all. I don't know when, but we coming down there. I already talked to Angie and them, and we're going to pop up. You dig what I'm saying? We're going to come down there. We're going to come down there and eat and kick it with y'all because I ain't never met y'all. It's so beautiful, man, that when you have family that you ain't never met from like different places that you can go see and chill out with, and they could tell you how you grew up, how your grandmother grew up. Because my great grandmother, my Betty, and his, I want to say grandmother, was sisters. So my grandmother and his mom was like first cousins. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's it. But yeah, thank you for that, Salisa, because you my big sister, right? And you very spiritual. So you always telling me like, bro, I'm proud of you. I see you making moves. I see you doing this and that. But sometimes I have to stop and ask myself, um, am I doing what God telling me to do? Lil Willie, we ain't gonna talk about I ain't finna get off the podcast topic to talk about that. But you're right, Lil Willie. We used to roll down to Mississippi when we was little, so we should jump in the car, little cuz. I'm speaking it into existence. Go down there and check them people out. Them is some of my Betty and them people. And man, we need to go see them because them people is in our blood. We ain't never met Roy, but we love y'all and we know y'all love us. So we going down, we coming down there to see y'all, man, for real, for real. But okay, so let's talk about the party. The 80s and the 90s party. Bare Truth, blast from the past. Remember the 80s and the 90s. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this because the 80s has some of the best hip hop. You remember the rap music in the 80s and the 90s, man, was really, really good. You had people that really spit lyrics. We had like dance club songs. We had, like LL Cool J. Y'all remember LL Cool J dropped I'm Bad. That was so crazy. I bet you right now, and if I play that song at the party, everybody in the party is gonna know the lyrics to "I'm Bad." You dig what I'm saying? And I guarantee you, same album, LL Cool J dropped another song called "I Need Love." How many rappers you know that was dropping like slow songs? I need love. You dig what I'm saying? And then not only that, at my party, we slow dancing. We playing slow music. I don't know what y'all do at y'all parties now, but we slow dancing at this party. So the 80s, 90s party, $25 to get in. Man, don't be cheap on the tickets, B. That's nothing to y'all. Y'all buy a quad of weed for that. Y'all buy liquor for like $25. You dig what I'm saying? So spend the $25 for the tickets. $100 best dress contest. We're gonna have a drawing. So the tickets. Let me see if I got one right here so I can show you. Okay. So look at that ticket. All right. So that ticket also got a number on it. So like when you come in, this part is gonna go inside the jar. The other part you're gonna keep inside there. So when we call your name, you might get a flat screen TV. You dig what I'm saying? You might get an air fryer. You might get like something. Cause since it's gonna be Christmas time, we might as well give out something. My man Vinny Rob, shout out to Vin Rob. He's working on some people. He's got a friend who's a travel agent. I'm not saying it's in the basket right now, but what if we can come up with like a nice like getaway? You dig what I'm saying? For like two people somewhere to a city with like a hotel room. You dig what I'm saying? The only thing you got to do is just get there. You dig what I'm saying? Hotel room for free, maybe dinner or something. That'd be dope. And then, once these tickets sell and once we get the money, once we get done doing some of these raffles, some of that money, we're going to take it. We're going to go give it to somebody. I don't care if it's the Children's Hospital or Camp Courageous. I don't care if it's a women domestic abuse shelter or something like that. We're going to make like a nice little donation to somebody who might need it. I don't know. Me and the team, we about to get together. I got Shaq on the door. Got my security coming together. Black Pearl is going to be doing the catering. Angie, my cousin that I was talking about going to Mississippi, she helping me do the party planning. So she going to be doing all the stuff. What's up, Motor? What's the word, big dog? So we're gonna sit down and our squad gonna get together. Vinny Rob, I got a team, and we're gonna iron it out on how this party is gonna be. You dig what I'm saying? And so everybody just look out for Nubia because her birthday is in the same week. So she just feel like since it's my party that she can have a table with like bottles on it. That's the reason why we gotta have security because if she have a table with bottle on the table for her birthday to bring her birthday in, they need a security in there because you can take a bottle, you can start a fight. But okay, the 80s versus the 90s. I'm gonna make a post and we're gonna move on to what I want to talk about because I got some stuff I want to run past y'all. Um, we're gonna vote on it. We can either go 80s babies versus the 90s babies and like a dance contest, like play the songs that the dances that was out, and we can have a few people that's willing to jump up that know the dances, do the dances and stuff like that. You ain't gotta practice, it ain't gotta be no routine. By the time we do this part of the party, you'll probably be liquored up, so you'll just be having fun. We're gonna have like either that or either we're gonna, follow the DJ. We're gonna play some songs with like that had dances to it, like the Bismarck, the Air Lover, the Cabbage Patch, the WAP, the Running Man, the Pee Wee Herman. It's so many dances that was out, B. We're gonna have a blast just doing that. So if you remember the dances, you remember the music, show up. The 80s and the 90s party. Holler at me. There's gonna be a few reserved tables, but man, you gotta get at me. $25 a tickets, 40 for a couple. So if you buy two tickets, you get them for the 40. Shout out to my little cousin, DJ, down there. I mean, Devin down at DJ Fashions. Devin has got the tickets. Go down there and check him out on the cologne and the jackets and the clothes, the shoes and stuff. He got a lot of nice winter stuff going on down there. You dig what I'm saying? And so if you're looking for some hottest and the latest fashion and like some of this little urban streetwear that y'all be rocking, them little skinny jeans. I seen them shorties. They was down in there picking them up. You dig what I'm saying? He got some dope stuff. Go holler at DJ, man. He dope. He gonna put a flyer in your bag. Cop a ticket. He got the tickets. Ladies, if you need like some weave, you need to get your hair did, go to Miss Bermani's, holler at Nick. Nick got the flyers too. Nick gonna throw a flyer in the bag, and plus you can buy a ticket, and tell him that Bear said, listen, I can get two for the 40. I'll vouch for that. You dig what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna holler and I'm gonna text both of them and let them know two can go for the 40. You dig what I'm saying? That's how we gonna do it because I want you to be in here. I'm not trying to make any money. I'm gonna take this money. I'm gonna buy some stuff that we could turn around and give away and have fun, and then we just gotta pay people. It's gonna cost to do the wings. It's gonna cost to do the table. It's gonna cost to get the picture, the thing in there, the backdrop, and all of that, the props in that for y'all to take pictures. But most of all, we're gonna have a memorable night, and hopefully it'll go so hard that next year the people that missed out on it's gonna want to be there. That's what we're gonna do. And the energy, like Cuz said, it's gonna be crazy positive. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna dance. We're gonna party, and we're gonna go home. Then we're gonna go home and be with your kids and be with your loved ones, and then you're gonna wake up and celebrate Christmas with them and thank God for why He came to this earth in the first place, because that's what that's about. But just, man, start the week off and start your Christmas off, man, with your boy Bear Truth. You know I keep it positive on the podcast, so when you come to the party, that's what it's gonna be. And man, my guys, we hit the floor. I don't know. I've been going to places you don't be seeing guys dancing, but man, listen, it's my party. I'm on the floor, and I'm gonna have a mic too, so it's gonna go down. What's up, Leonard? I seen the video. Shout out to my man Leonard Overstreet that be doing big things for the kids too. Hey man, you are a milestone, a cornerstone in the community, B, and we salute you too, bro. So thank you for saluting me. I salute you right back. Um, I don't really know what I was trying to call it. I just had a few people that I was talking to this week that was going through some things. Last week I was going through some stuff. Everybody heard that I got arrested, and you know what I mean? Just the mess and stuff that was happening. And so you notice that, like, every time you're going through something, have you always noticed, man, that it's always some negative people somewhere around, and it's like they got something to say, they got some type of advice, or either they being negative, they adding fuel to the fire, and it's just like when I did the post and I did the topic, I was just like, you know, toxic people, you know what I mean, plus setbacks equals a disastrous life. You dig what I'm saying? Because whenever you're going through something, and you will go through something, ain't nobody exempt from this. You're gonna go through something. You got to watch out for the haters. And what you got to understand is that the enemy is trying to destroy you. You see what I'm saying? And so not only is it going to hit you with a problem, but it's going to hit you with a bunch of doubt. He's going to hit you with a bunch of miserable people that don't want you to do nothing. That's it. Let me post that, big bro. He says, always waiting for a person's downfall. And so what he's trying to do, he's trying to destroy you. And so something simple might happen, like you might lose a job. But then here comes some negative family members that be like, oh man, what you gonna do now? You know, start bringing worry and doubt in there. Man, if I was you, I'll go do this and that. Coming up with all kind of bogus ideas, like, fam, like, fall back. You know what I mean? That's when you got to have your prayer life together. You dig what I'm saying? And so sometimes when you going through something, man, you got to find people that's positive, that's going to feed into your life, people that's trying to, because, man, listen, everybody going to hit a bad lick, a downfall, or a dark day in your life. So when it comes, it's about how you going to, you know what I mean? How you going to react to it? What's your attitude going to be when you going through it? Because it's coming. You dig what I'm saying? It's definitely coming. There goes my auntie Marianne. It's coming. And so what it's all about, it's like how you gonna respond to it. I'm gonna show you this little clip, and I want you to check this out, and then I want you to tell me what you think real quick. And dark. I'm gonna do this one.
Stay away from people who bring out the person you're not trying to be anymore. And I feel like there are people from your past or people who think they know you. And I always say this, if you knew me, that doesn't mean you know me. If you knew me in 2019, that doesn't mean you know. Nope. Hell, if you knew me last week, you may not even know me. And there are people who may want to keep you in a space that they're comfortable with you being because of what they knew of you and the history that they think they knew of you. And they want you to stay there because it makes them feel belittled. It makes them feel uncomfortable for you to be anything else than where they pictured you, where they knew you. And when you put that, I was just like, thank you, God, for saying that.
Get away from these people that's in your life that ain't doing nothing. Get away from people in your life that's hating. Get away from your family members that ain't ever opened a business. Get away from your family members that ain't ever followed their dream. Get away from your family members that ain't never been nowhere but to the family reunion. Get away from them. Get away from them. I had to do it. When I told everybody I was getting into comedy, man, oh, Lord have mercy. You can't get into comedy. You ain't even funny. How you gonna make money telling jokes? Now, in the beginning, it looked like they was right, but I never gave up.
Now, how ironic is that Letitia, she just jumped on. What's up, Letitia? And what's up, Lakana? Lakana, I'm trying to figure out, like, what is your name? Like, sometimes it might say, I thought it said like Lashana, and then it's like Lakana. It's like, I don't know. I'm just calling you sis. I don't care. You dig what I'm saying? Whatever you want to be today, I'm just gonna call you sis. Tish, what's up? Now listen to this. You didn't even know I had those videos. We didn't talk about this on the podcast, but then look what Tisha said. She says, the people you love might only love you at your worst. Ain't that crazy? It's just like sometimes you be thinking like, man, um, this is the closest, like we so close, we grew up, or we might be like family, or like we might be like best friends, but it's like, I mean, you there when I'm doing dirtball bad, or like when we like right there leveled out. When I'm doing good, you doing good, and I can help you, you can help me. But it's just like if I rise, oh, you don't like that. You dig what I'm saying? Or if I hit like dirtball bad, and now you looking better than me, you cool with that? Man, I don't want to see nobody doing worse than me. You dig what I'm saying? If you my guys and we love each other, I don't want to see you at your worst, bro. Come on and get back up, man. You better try to get this together. Cause that ain't what we do. That ain't how we doing it out here, man. And one of the things that y'all gotta remember though too, it's like the situation with like pruning. Um, Jesus uses it in the Bible when he's talking about the vines. God prunes all the branches that doesn't bear fruit. You dig what I'm saying? But you hear like a lot of preachers talk about it. And when you think about that, because when we was in Anamosa, they had a garden, and some of the guys used to work out there. So they used to have to go out there to prune stuff to make the tomatoes grow, and they had to get these different types of weeds and stuff out of certain plants. In your life, when you're going through something, sometimes God is trying to get people out of your life. You dig what I'm saying? Man, sometimes you going through like a rough time in your life because it's going to show you who really down with you. You dig what I'm saying? Because when you hit rock bottom, you're going to know who down with you. You dig what I'm saying? You know. Now, I'm not going to throw like friends up under the bus or anything like that. But I'm going to tell you, when I did that bid in the joint, it was my immediate family. It was just me and them. You dig what I'm saying? And it don't really bother me. There was times, you used to sit in there and used to be thinking like, damn, you know what I mean? You wish somebody would have sent you some pictures, or somebody would have did this and that, but it don't bother you. But I said all of that to say this, B, when you going through something, you finna know who really got your back. You dig what I'm saying? You finna know who got your back. Now, don't try to use that as an excuse to try to clown people when you've been out here doing people wrong. If you've been out here doing wrong and then all of a sudden you hit a bad lick and now you trying to ask people for money, ain't nobody going for that. He said, anyone who lives in your past, they do not belong nowhere in your life. You dig what I'm saying? Man, how much sense does that make, bro? You should have been on here to talk about that, man. You should have really like put some emphasis on that. Anyone who lives in your past, they do not belong nowhere in your life. Like, and what you got to understand, I think what he said, who lives in your past. Like, have you ever noticed somebody that always want to live in the past? And he said lives in your past. Like, fam, you still talking about what I used to do back in like the 90s? You still caught up on back in like that little charge or whatever? Did you hear what Shorty just said when Shorty was when the first lady that was talking? Man, she was just like, just because you know who I am, you don't know me. You dig what I'm saying? She was like, because you knew me back then, it's like you don't know me today. Like, matter of fact, if you knew me last week, you might not know me today. You dig what I'm saying? And so that's how that go though. But you dead on with that one. Overstreet. Overstreet was just like, man, whoever lives in your past, they do not belong nowhere in your life. You dig what I'm saying? Because you back there holding on to some stuff that wasn't healthy for me, that wasn't healthy to help me grow. And if you want to hold on to that and you see that I'm different, that's that pruning process. Go through that pruning process if you have to, man. Analyze your life, especially like ladies, because I'm not trying to be offensive, but like, like sometimes, man, y'all could be emotional, you know? Sometimes it's like stuff hurts your feelings. Don't get it twisted. And I can understand that. It hurts your feelings. And you can hold on to grudges, you can hold on to things. And, certain things that have happened to you, life will throw you a curveball. And I was talking to a friend, and I was saying that you notice it when people on Facebook, because when they're going through something, because they always leaving all these kind of weird posts. Like every day it's a bunch of posts about you know keep your head up and get fake people out of your circle. And I wasted so much time and energy on this, I'm not wasting any more time and energy on people that don't love me. And it's just like, okay, I get it, I understand it, but after a while you're gonna have to shake it off and make a move. And then this person was trying to remind me that sometimes, just because like you a man, and like sometimes you done went through the situation and you done seen everybody leave you, and so you had to get strong for the moment for your situation, don't assume that everybody else can do it. And so, ladies, I get it. Sometimes you might be going through something. So sometimes, like, say for instance, what if a breakup is like really hard for you? You dig what I'm saying? And so now you got this dude that's in your life. Remember, we just got done talking about domestic violence awareness for like last month. And even though we was only able to get a few people to talk about the verbal abuse, it's still a situation because you lasted in this house, in this place, or this space where this man is verbally abusing you and tearing up your self-esteem, breaking you down, making you feel like you less than a woman. You know what I mean? And listen, God can't put the new guy in your life or your knight in shining armor in your life if you ain't willing to get rid of, you know what I mean, da-da-dun-da-dun. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to do it. So you sitting up in there and you mad, you're going through all of these little phases. You know this dude ain't nothing. He talking bad to you, he treating you bad, he's saying stuff to you. He ain't even making you feel like 100% woman. And you know you need to leave him, but you steadily holding on to him. Now, that's where I'm trying to tell you. You dig what I'm saying? That's a disastrous life because not only is this a toxic person, but it's a setback. So all the days and all the time that you spending with this person that you stay in this situation, that's a setback. And so now when you come up out of it now, you got to regroup financially. Now you got to try to get your credit back together because he done took cars. He done wreck the cars because he ain't got no license. He drinking, he smoking and stuff. He done got locked up. Now he in prison for trying to be a part-time hustler. You dig what I'm saying? You know how they be out here doing, swearing that they get into the bag and out here ain't doing nothing. Steadily blowing it on like little sacks of weeds and J's and in the club trying to trick off with other little chicks. Like, fam, it ain't nothing. Been there. You know what I mean? Come on and go get you a job, boy. And if you dealing with a dude that's like that, it's time for you to, you know what I mean, get him out of there. Because listen to this. God can't give you what's right for you if you keep holding on to what's wrong for you, if that makes sense. He can never do the right thing in your life if you keep holding on to the wrong things in your life. And when I got to church, Pastor Livingston, he will always give you a reminder of, the living of a God fearing man. You dig what I'm saying? Those who say that they love God. Now, being in church, when you go in there, I was discipled a little bit different. I love his teachings and I love the message that he gives. But when I was discipled, I was always taught that you are Christian ain't it ain't a religion, it ain't a belief. It is a relationship between you and God. So everything that you do, you doing it with God. You dig what I'm saying? And so it's not different than what he's saying. He just saying, he was saying, everything that you should be doing should be towards the ministry of God, building further advancing the kingdom of God. And I understand that. And sometimes I'm a grown man, I got my own walk and I got my own relationship with God. And so, I know that I ain't about to be out here sinning. I ain't about to be out here selling no dope, talking about I'm gonna take this money and give it to the church. No, we ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. No illegal stuff. But I know that God blessed me with like a lot of talents. And so that's where I be trying to figure out what is it that you calling me to do. I don't want to get into nothing that that ain't gonna glorify him. So you dig what I'm saying? Okay, hold on. Somebody said they replying to Letitia. Okay, let me put this up, Tish. She said, Tish says, sometimes you have to change yourself to attract or to experience something different also. Okay, so I'm gonna get to that. Now, what I was trying to say, just to keep the main thing is that I know in my life, in order to keep it moving, to keep it positive, I have to do like certain things, you know what I mean? Certain things that call me. And so, like Letitia said, bring that back to what ladies, to what we saying with the ladies, toxic people or setbacks in your life. If something is not good for you, you have to go through the pruning process, cut off the dead weight. So then that way you can grow. Cause when they prune stuff in the garden, they cutting off these weeds and they cutting off these dead leaves, or they cutting off like the dead or dry fruit or vegetables. And they're trying to get it to grow. And so everybody, while they responding to Letitia, let's talk about it. You have to, you're going to have to make that change. And I think this is what Tisha is saying, because you only going to attract who you are. You dig what I'm saying? And there was this one video, I think I showed it to y'all like a couple of weeks ago. Steve Harvey said, like, so if you sitting around and you talking about, girl, it ain't no good men out here, all men are dogs. Guess what? You ain't gonna never meet the good man because that's all you're talking about. Girls, man, I'm so tired of living paycheck to paycheck. Man, that don't seem like I'm gonna never come up or like I'm gonna never get ahead. Guess what? You're not, because that's what you speak in your life. And so back to what Tisha's saying. What is your surroundings like? Is your surroundings negative? You got this dude that's in his house and he's talking negative to you. He calling you the B word, calling you all out your name in front of the kids. You don't know what type of day he having. So when you come home, you got to walk on eggshells because you don't know if he upset, if he mad or something like that. That ain't what's happening. So you're gonna have to get out of that. You're gonna have to change your life. You're gonna have to make something happen, and it's so easy to give up. You dig what I'm saying? But it's harder to go hard, you know. And so a lot of times, not just saying that women are giving up because they want to be in that situation, but it's very true. You know what I mean? You'll start getting comfortable. You'll start getting into it and you don't feel like it's nothing better. It's nothing new out there for you. Next thing you know, you content. And but here's the thing though. I was in a situation like that and I kind of knew it was like a funky situation and I stayed there. But listen, before you know it, you got like 5 to like 7, 8, 10 years of your life is gone, and you done wasted it sitting here dealing with this monkey mouth. You know what I mean? Like, man, come on, you so monkey to death. Like, I should have been out of here. And then when you get out of there, ladies, y'all got to start changing y'all attitude and y'all, you know what I mean? The way that you living, the way that you know what I mean? I'm not saying that y'all bad or y'all bogus or nothing like that, but I'm telling you, you are what you eat. You dig what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about food. I'm saying if your mouth is reckless and you ain't doing nothing but cussing and you talk crazy all day, guess what you're gonna run into? Guys that talk like that. And they gonna talk like that to you. And and what I mean by disastrous life, man, is because what's happening is you ain't doing nothing but putting that characteristics and these types of images in your household. So now you got your kids looking up to that. And this is what they looking up to. And I ain't saying that every man has got to be perfect, man. But when y'all got little kids and y'all got kids looking up to this, they the future. And so, they didn't ask to be here, but now that they here, whether it's with the baby daddy or with a dude that you choose just to bring in your life, you got to understand that he's going to have some type of reflection or some type of, influence on this kid's life. And so y'all can sit up there and be clowns and fight and cuss each other out, talk crazy, smoke weed and drink in front of them, teach them to cuss while they 2 years old and stuff like that. And then you boo-hooing when they in jail, when they facing a quarter 70. You know what I mean? They got a gun charge. You get that call, they downtown, they done killed somebody. You dig what I'm saying? And now you boo-hooing. But you remember, you fed into that little baby spirit. You kept duding them around. Remember your thug homies? Remember you wanted the shooter? Remember a dude as a shooter? You know what I mean? You wanted him over there kicking at the crib and they doing all this and that, not caring about how they talking around your kids and around your shorties. Big dumb pistols all in your back pocket, hiding them down in your couches and stuff. What's up, little nigga? What's up? Give me that. That's my little nigga, right? Yeah, okay. Now they in jail. Now you crying, stomach hurt. You need lawyer money. You know you ain't got it. So guess what? You got to get a public defender. Guess what? He cooked. He finna go do 17 and a half. He ain't numbered in his early 20s. Been threw his whole life away. But I'm saying we responsible. And it ain't saying that like kids ain't gonna just go crazy when they dealing with other parents. But man, y'all gotta remember this is toxic people and these setbacks in life. Like, and I say every setback is something negative. It could be a death in the family. I had a person, we was just chopping it up. They lost their position at this company. And it's gotta hurt. You dig what I'm saying? Because, when you get comfortable and you get content with getting up doing the same thing, and now this becomes your livelihood. Like, this is how I pay my bills. This is how I move and groove. This is how I take trips. My life is comfortable. Then all of a sudden, one day, it's over with and you got to start from scratch. Come on, man. That's hard. That's a setback. And so then you add that with toxic people being all in your ear, saying negative stuff, talking negative and stuff like that. That's a cost for a disastrous life. It's hard to get from up under there, man. Take heed to what people are showing you, man, and get people away from around you. Get them people away from around you. You dig what I'm saying? Like, they could be family members. Get them away from around you. But, Sarah, you checked in. You said something. She says, let me put this up here real quick. She says, I put 33 years in there, and I finally smelled the coffee and moved to Texas. Okay. I don't quite know what you was talking about, but Sarah's my people. She always support me. and stuff like that. So maybe you will give us some insight on what you're saying. I got another video. Let me show y'all this other video real quick because it's dope. Check this one out. We're gonna talk about it.
To this. In life, we lose things. And when we lose, we fall into a rut of pity. We watch things not happen the way we want. We get mad. We get discouraged. We allow ourselves to fall victims into the society of the standards of what we believe that we deserve. But sometimes a setback is a major comeback. You have to understand, in order to have a comeback, you have to have a setback. It's a part of your journey. One won't know how successful they are if there's no metric of success. Noticing, when you lose things is when you realize that this is when you need to come back. The strength is not measured in those who have a straight climb to success. The strength is the ones that have ups and downs like a roller coaster. Things go up, things go back down, but yet and still you keep fighting. For the ones who don't want to fight, will never get to see how strong they truly are. See, you think you're strong because things are at ease. But when things get hard, that's when you show your true strengths. The strongest ones are not the ones who run from adversity. The ones that actually run towards adversity shows their strength. But you're scared. You're scared of a little challenge. You're scared that things are not going the way you want. You got to focus on what is and not focus on what could be, because if you keep focusing on what could be, you're not going to see what is. See, noticing that your setbacks are for your major comebacks. And understand that every lesson always ends with a big blessing. Don't let that go over your head.
What the greatest story is, it's the comeback story. Imagine yourself, a wounded soul with a broken confidence and having lost it all. But then, you pick yourself up. You rise from the ashes and the pits of anxiety and depression. You heal both physically, mentally, and emotionally. You get fitter, leaner, faster, and more mentally resilient. Against all odds, you vanquish your inner demons. So you must remember, the comeback is always stronger than the setback.
That was dope. I think dude said a lot, you know what I mean? Because this is the thing, B. Don't ever, you know what I mean? When you writing a story to your life, don't ever let nobody hold the pen. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't finna let nobody else hold the pen in my life. You know what I mean? A lot of people know I got arrested like about 2 weeks ago. A lot of people even know what I went to prison, 15 years, you know, what even happened when I was in prison. And so I'm using myself as an example to just say that when I came home, the drive that I had was because that's exactly how I felt. I felt like, man, I had hit one of the roughest spots in my life. You know what I mean? First of all, you know, and I ain't gonna keep going over that story. I mean, sometimes when we get on little topics like that, I'll cover it again. But it's a situation that people don't understand. Like when you go to jail for something that you didn't know that you did, you dig what I'm saying? That's crazy. And not only that, when the people that's in control of the law and they stick together to make sure that you get the most time that they can give you. And you got all of that on your mind and in your mentality, and then now you in this place and you don't even know where you're going when you coming home. I mean, we spending thousands of dollars, man, on lawyers, man, and we steadily like losing. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like we ain't getting no justice, and we know it's wrong. And bro, you don't know how that feel to go back to this box. You know what I mean? You don't know what it's like to wake up in a box day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, wearing the same old clothes, being around men every single day, whether I take a shower, whether I go eat, whether I work out, whether I go to church, whether I go to the library, whether I'm in my room trying to take a nap, I'm always around men and everybody wearing the same old clothes. You dig what I'm saying? That's why I was telling y'all that one time, like, bro, I don't hesitate to throw on some clothes and post pictures. And it's not to just front. It's like, man, I've been wearing state clothes for like a decade and a half, B. I'm tired of state clothes. But here's the situation. That setback, I had to use it for a comeback. You dig what I had to. You like, listen, if it ain't, man, if God waking me up every single day, what is he telling me? He telling me that I ain't through with you. I got a plan and a purpose for your life. I don't care what nobody else is saying. I don't care what nobody else call you, what nobody else think about you, what nobody else think they know. I love you and I woke you up and I'm rocking with you. That's all I needed. My mama was rocking with me. My daddy was rocking with me. My stepdaddy, both, well, all of my parents. I got 4 parents. Then my auntie Marianne and them, you know, just love from my family, my sisters and my brothers and my daughters, like Nubia. That her is like a big log inside the fire that kept me burning because my baby just ain't gonna give up on her dad. You dig what I'm saying? It's just like she loved me. You dig what I'm saying? And I don't care what nobody says. She gonna rock with me. You see what happened when I went to jail? She was down. She was down there like an hour and 15 minutes to come get her old man. You dig what I'm saying? And so it's like when I came home, ain't nowhere in the world I'm finna let my baby down. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't nowhere in the world. You dig what I'm saying? Um, I love my kids, I love my people, but I love God more though too. And so, God, I tell you what, you keep showing me these little things, you keep showing me these visions. Okay, every time I lost a court case, I went back to school. All right, I jumped into school. Sometimes I was just taking math classes just to be taking them. It wasn't even nothing. I was just jumping into math classes and going through every steps of like algebra, trigonometry, anything, geometry, just in there with rulers, just doing just to get off the unit. I'm going. You know what I mean? Got the barber license, Stephen Minister. I'm talking about. I'm here just reading and just minding my business. And I just kept telling him every time I pray, like, man, if you open up these doors for me, I know what to do now. You know what I mean? I know exactly what to do now. You open up these doors, I know what to do. And so that's what I was saying like earlier. Like I hit the ground running. And this is like sometimes you could be running in vain. You dig what I'm saying? So now let me bring it back to make the main thing the main thing. When you hit these dark spots in life, you hit these little setbacks, man, you gotta keep coming. I mean, listen, if it's over, you're gonna know it's over. Well, you ain't gonna know it's over because it's gonna be a funeral. Because if it's really over, it's a funeral, B. That's it. If it's over with, they getting ready to bury you. They finna put a tombstone together, and everybody about to come up there and they about to just say some good words when you checked out. That means that it's over. So from right then and there, that's when the dash in your life stopped. But guess what? If you wake up tomorrow morning, the dash is still going. What you doing? Ain't no sense in I ain't finna lay down. I don't know what you finna do, but I'm finna get up. I'm finna go out the craft. I'm finna punch in on 8 o'clock. When I get done hitting 8 o'clock, I'm gonna hit this phone like who need haircuts. You dig what I'm saying? I done already got another DJ gig. Can't tell you about that one. Got another one. So I'm leaving that under the deal. The people in Iowa City just already hit me back when the medical class graduate. I'm going back up there to speak to them about going into the prisons. And I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you, I'm grinding. You can grind too. It's so much stuff out here to do. It's so many qualities and talents that y'all got. You see all of these people that be cooking food from their crib. You dig what I'm saying? Do something like that. I'm not saying I ain't gonna eat everybody's stuff, and you might not win out here in that, but I'm saying find your lane. Find your lane and get in your lane, man. Straight up, because you got one. God don't make junk. You got your own set of fingerprints. Ain't nobody on this planet like you. You one of a kind. I know I am. I don't know if you believe that for yourself, but I believe that. Ain't nobody bear. Ain't no can you can't be me. You dig what I'm saying? I got another guy, my guy, we grew up together. His nickname is Sugar Bear too. But at the end of the day, he, him, I'm me. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm just saying this is what the nickname my mama gave me. You know what I mean? But this is what y'all knew me from. But I'm talking about who God created. The real me, the spiritual man, the way I think, the way I move, the way I do things. There's nobody like me, fam. And I'm not better than you or you. I'm just me. Let me just do me and you do you. And that's what makes the world go round. Because everybody busy doing them. You perfect. You good. Just how, I mean, I'm saying we all got things that we need to work on. I'm not saying it like that, but I'm saying God don't make junk. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Be you. I love it. Ain't nothing like it. You dig what I'm saying? And I thank God for that time, that 15 years. Because I got a lot of chance to just, you know what I mean, fall in love with myself and say, hey, I know what I don't like about me. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm finna change that. Everything you don't like about yourself, change it. Let me see. Person gave me this little quote. Listen to this. They said, don't cry because it's over. Smile that it happened. You dig what I'm saying? And I was thinking about that and I had to write it down. I just wanted to jot it down because I like, man, that can mean a whole lot. That can mean like a relationship or my friend that just, lost their job. You dig what I'm saying? Um, hey, don't cry because it's over with. Smile that it happened. Because here's the thing, man, and this is what I learned. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how much you know about God, or what you know what I mean, what your relationship is with him. But I'm gonna tell you something. God has always showed up and showed out for me. You know what I mean? He loved me, and I know he loved me. And I be so excited to see what he's gonna do next. Like, even when I make a mistake, I get a chance to get down on my knees and pray and say, "Hey, you know, I didn't get that right. Forgive me." You know what I mean? I learned how to hold myself accountable. You know what I mean? When I was in prison, I had to check myself. A lot of y'all got to learn how to check yourself. Y'all so busy pointing out everybody else's flaws that you don't even see your own flaws. You stink in front of God just like we stink. You dig what I'm saying? So ain't nobody down here got the best aroma in God's presence. It's only Jesus, and he had to die to cover us with his blood. So you ain't no better than me. So I don't know why you waste your time trying to talk about me, or trying to crack jokes, or talking behind my back, or trying to point out to other people why you think I'm here or why you think I did that. You dig what I'm saying? You wasting your time, fam. You wasting so much time. You could have been using that energy and that breath to be getting your life together. You could have been filling out an application. You could have been online putting in you an app, but yet and still you run around meddling with somebody else, talking about other people and hating on other people. You could have been out there changing a tire or something. You could have been out there giving people jumps, or I don't know, go out and carry groceries or something. Do something with your life and stop playing. Little cuz, what's up? You are the little cousin, because I think I'm older than you, Joy. But what's going down? I'm throwing the 80s and the 90s party, and you know you are a live wire, and you should be there. I gotta get a flyer over there. So yeah, what's up? But yeah, so I thought that was dope. And here's another one that somebody gave me. Smiling doesn't mean that you're happy. Smiling means that you're strong. You know what I mean? Smiling doesn't mean that you're happy. Smiling, wearing a smile on your face means that you're strong. You dig what I'm saying? Just chilling, cuzzo. Um, I was talking about the party. Go back and check the podcast out from the beginning. I'm throwing the 80s and the 90s party, and you should be there, because I know you a live wire, so you might as well come on and show up so we can show out and have a good time. But think about that. Um, Smiling doesn't mean that you happy, because a lot of times people, yeah, I am older, but don't try to say it like that though, cuz you try to say it like I'm just like an old man or something. We both in that same bracket. You know that what that bracket is, but I ain't gonna talk about it. I'm just saying you the little cousin. I'm the big cousin. You the little cousin. Let's talk. Why can't it be the little cousin? I'm the big cousin. It's cool. You dig? But listen to this. It just means that, you know what I mean? All right, I got you. I'm gonna send you a flyer. I'm gonna screenshot it to your page. But that's a beautiful thing, to wear a smile because you're strong. You know what I mean? And ladies, sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to put that smile on your face when you don't even want to. Because guess what? You got kids looking up to you. So how is it gonna be you hurting and you gotta wake these kids up for school? You gotta get them to wash their face, brush their teeth, and you gotta fix them something to eat. And on the inside, you just messed up. You dig what I'm saying? You tore up and you hurting. You know what I mean? And so you got to put that smile on, you know? But I think you also got to always have that right relationship with God. Because I'm going to tell you something, ain't nothing like praying. You dig what I'm saying? Getting on your knees, praying and crying, you know? Because I'm telling you, when I came home, I had to get it out. I had to get it out of my system. I had to cry, and I had to pray. You dig what I'm saying? You know, you can't really do a lot of crying in prison. I know when I lost my brother, I cried. You know, when I lost Horace, I broke down. That those is like hard spots. Like when you have a death, it's just like you can't contain that. But I said all of that to say, um, that smile that you wear sometimes when you're wearing it to be strong, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes take it off though too, you know, because everybody don't deserve to smile. You dig what I'm saying? You be smiling in front of this person, making them think everything right, and really you just want to let them know you a jive turkey, and I really wish that you would move around or get out of my life. You dig what I'm saying? And so be balanced out with that. I was just trying to read that off, you know, because it might help somebody. And this is cliche, but it's really real. I would rather be alone than to be in bad company. You know what I mean? And it's kind of parallel to I could do all bad by myself, but this one is said I would rather be alone than be in bad company. And sometimes I find myself like that, bro. I like I did it again like last night. Angie, I hope you watching the podcast. You didn't even pull up. We were supposed to go pass out flyers. So I was passing out flyers. Me and my cousin Angie, we were supposed to pass out flyers. So we were supposed to go hit a couple spots. And so I did my circle. I stopped at the Elks and went through there, passed out flyers right as it was about to close. Skylight was closed, so I shot down the VIP. I did what I do down there, ordered my wings. I get like 20 wings down there. Did I tell you about what the dude be putting on the ticket? Let me tell y'all the story real quick because I got the wings again and the wings was fire. This is what's happening. And I hate to tell you this, but if you go to VIP and you see the black bartender that's behind the bar, right? And you get some chicken wings. I don't condone in this, but this is what they doing and it works. When you ordering wings, I like to tell these people how I want my wings, and I want to tell them, what I want, because there's been times where you slayed my whole order, and you know what I mean. Then the kitchen closed at 1, so I'll try to order at like 12:45, and it's like now I'm just stuck with these wings. So I tell him, I said, man, tell Buddy back there, I want him to fry my wings hard. You know what I mean? Fry them because I want them to be crispy. I don't want them to be gooey. And after he do that, tell him I want extra sauce on the wings. So he's writing my ticket down, and he put down, okay, fry them extra hard, wings. You want ranches? How many ranches you want? Then he says, he didn't tell me. And I look on the ticket, real talk, on the ticket, the man put down nigga style on the ticket to go to the chef. And I looked at it and I said, hey, what is that? So what you just write down there? He said, no, because when I tell him like that, he know that that is for that is for black people. So he put on my ticket nigga style. So I'm like, what? So all right, listen. I calls Lori. I mean, I hit her on Messenger. She my buddy and stuff like that. I was going to mess with her for the party. I was trying to throw it at VIP. So I said, hey, Lori. I said, I was over there last night and I said, you wasn't there. I said, but I got my little usual. I said, I got my 20 wings. I get like 10 Parmesan garlic and 10 hot. And I told her when dude slayed them, she told me, oh, that's a new cook or whatever. So we chop it up about the food because you know what I mean? I need to know what I'm doing about my money. So I'd say, you got this other guy that was in there like last night. And I said, I'm telling him my same order, telling him, make sure he tell old boy in the back there to do my wings like this. And I said, he put down at the end of the ticket, nigga style. And I said, listen, them was some of the best wings I had in my life. You dig what I'm saying? The wings were so fire, man. It was crazy, man. It was like he did it again yesterday, and they was fire. So, I don't really condone like in that word, or we don't want to promote that. You dig what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Let's not be bougie or try to act like we just holier than thou. That people don't say that word. He put down nigga style on the wings, and the wings was fire. I don't know if other restaurants need to, try to figure that out because they need to know if that's how black people eat them. But that's what I'm saying. But okay, now back to what I was really trying to say. I was saying that I ride by myself. So I just had to tell y'all that about the wings. I don't know why. But meanwhile, and it's cool. You know what I mean? It's plenty of times, man, that you wish you had, somebody to hang out with, because it's cool to ride and listen to music and talk while y'all going to places. But I don't drink, I don't smoke and stuff like that. And so I really just like do like a little circle some places, man. And then I go back home and then it's a wrap for me. You know what I mean? I ain't out there trying to pull something to the crib. You dig what I'm saying? That ain't the mission. And so I get it back to the house by myself with my wings. And I know what time I'm gonna be back. You dig what I'm saying? And it's cool. You dig what I'm saying? I done did it plenty of times. Like it's a routine. And so I'm just saying, being by yourself sometimes is not a bad thing. Especially if you gotta be with bad company. Why you want to hang out with somebody that don't motivate you, that don't lift you up to the highest you that you can be? Only thing they is negative. Or either you dig what I'm saying, they riding dirty or they doing this and that. Now listen, this is not a bag again against guys who's out here in the streets. That's your life and that's how you want to live, man. More power to you. But it's repercussions behind that though. You dig what I'm saying? Especially if you riding with me. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you right now. Listen, if you ever jump in the lack with me and we riding and we get pulled over, I got full coverage insurance and I got a license. I don't have a fear in the world no more when the police get behind me. But I tell you what, you let them people pull us over, and on the passenger side or anywhere up under that seat, they find some dope or a gun, a knife, anything that's illegal. I'm telling on you. For real, for real. I'm telling you right now on the podcast in front of everybody. I'm telling on you. Listen, hey, that's him, sir. What is that? Some dope, some rock. What, a pill? Oh yeah, that's you, fam. Go on. They want to talk to you. You need to holler at him. Like going around that car with him, they need you to put your hands on the car. They're gonna cuff you, and then they're gonna talk to you downtown. Y'all going to get that out of here. You know what I mean? Because that's how it's gonna go. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you right now, straight up. I'm telling you now. Well, your gun is legal, poop. And so there it is. I have no problem riding with you because shit, you could be security. There ain't nothing they can say to you. You dig what I'm saying? But then again, I'm a felon. I can't even be around you. So please don't put it in the car with me. You dig what I'm saying? I'm a trail behind you. Let's just do it like we always do. We just trail back to back, lack to lack. I jump behind the truck in mine, and you ride with yours. And then if some smoke jump out, then you do what you do. You know, go back to the hood on them. But man, I'm telling you, for real, if you jump in my car and you dirty and you decide that you don't want to let me know, you a grown man. You don't got to tell me your business. I don't need to know your business. But I tell you what, if the police pull us over, you do need to tell him. Because I'm going to tell him, you need to tell him, you know what I mean, what you got on you. Because I'm not going downtown for it. I'm not finna deal with none of it. Nuh-uh. I done did 15. I'm not going, bro. And that's how I carry myself. And so maybe sometimes that's why I have to ride alone. Because, you know, most people be wanting to ride and they be wanting to turn up with bottles and stuff. And I used to do it, B. So I'm like, I get it. I'm not against y'all. But I'm just on a whole different level. You dig? And so it's like, man, okay. All right. So that's what I'm trying to say. What you say, Anthony? Wow, that's another perspective when you have friends who may be felons. Yeah, you're right though. And that's how that is. And just by me being a felon, I can't ride with somebody, even if they got a permit. You know, you can't be around them with a gun. Now, be it that the police pull us over and they see it, they might not sweat us on that, but I don't want to take no chances. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want to find out, you know, whether or not I'm gonna go to jail. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep it real with you. Jump in the car with me, like, listen, bro, you know I'm on parole, right? Let's keep it 100 at all times. I'm gonna get you there. I'm gonna get you home. So if you go inside the club and you get drunk or whatever, as long as you don't start no fight with nobody, I'll make sure you get to the crib. That's me. I'm the designated driver. I'm the one. I get you to the house, but you better have yourself together. You better not be dirty. And so let's wrap this up. Toxic life. Well, no, it was a setback, and toxic friends equals a disastrous life. Be on the watch out for it because this is what always happens. Anytime you go through something dark, matter of fact, back up. Anytime that something good is happening in your life, like sometimes you be on a cloud nine and you think that everything is smooth. I don't care if it's a relationship, if it's a job, you get content doing something. Sometimes you might made a few moves that was positive. You starting to save your money, your credit getting back good. You done got you a new car. Then here comes something bad, something negative gonna happen. And the Bible says that it's a law that evil is close at hand. You know what I mean? Because he has to try to rob you of the glory that God is showing in your life. You dig what I'm saying? So he has to challenge that faith with fear. So here you are having faith, like, thank you, God, you blessing my life. Now here go your faith, like, let me keep on doing the right thing. Let me keep on moving the right way. Then here comes something negative to drag you back down. Here comes somebody with a negative conversation, like, oh man, listen to this, such and such and them did that. Oh man, it's like, listen, go that way. Get them people out of your life. You dig what I'm saying? And if it's a relationship, get from out of that. You dig what I'm saying? Because one thing you don't want to do if you got kids is bring that toxic stuff around them. Because that could be a disastrous life for a little kid. You said what? It always do. Every time you get close to God, evil is always right there. He uses people you know too. And that's the truth. Be the closest one to you. People that you didn't even think. And then sometimes they just throw you a curveball. You dig what I'm saying? And here it is. The whole time I thought we was cool. I thought we was good. I thought you said it was your boy. I thought you said it was your folk. People is, man, they waiting to see you down. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for people who ain't never got nothing positive to say. That's always talking negative. You know what I mean? And just listen to this, ladies. And listen to this. I mean, it could even be a dude. Listen, if a person don't want to be in your life, man, don't force them people to be in your life. I tell you, like right now, when people, man, decide that, okay, we can't be friends, or, you know, it's like this and that, or you hear what I was locked up for, and then all of a sudden now you don't want to be cool, get on away from around me. You heard what they said. Get them people from around you. Get away from around me, because guess what? If you don't want to be here, you don't need to be here, because God is doing a beautiful thing in my life. And I ain't, you know what I mean? Whether it's I hit a bad lick or whether I hit a good lick, or whether I'm doing good or whether I'm doing bad, I'm rocking with God 100%. So I ain't tripping. You dig what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna keep on going forward. You dig? And so if you don't want to be my friend, that's cool. Duke, where did you come from, bro? I haven't seen you in forever. He said, biblical. Only dogs return to their vomit. That's biblical. What's up, family? I ain't seen you in a while, my dude. We having a party, man. I gotta tell you about it. What's up? But yeah, that's a deep one right there. I wish I had enough time to break it down. You dig what I'm saying? And basically, the other point that I was trying to make is like sometimes you be forcing people to be in your life that don't want to be there. And then when it turned out to blow up in your face, then all of a sudden you looking mad. You sitting up there trying to force this person to spend time with you, to love you, to like you. And they don't even care nothing about you. They don't care how they talk to you. They don't care how they treat you in front of your kids. They don't care whether you win. They don't even care nothing about your heart, how you feel. You know what I'm saying? And so you still trying to force this person to be there? Man, listen, if you don't get away from around me so fast, you dig what I'm saying? You got to get away from around me. You dig? Because I don't need you to be around me. Because if you don't want to be there, I'm definitely not about to force you. You dig what I'm saying? Because now you just an enemy on the team. You dig what I'm saying? So listen, I don't know who we helped today. Hopefully somebody got something out of it, man. Check your friends. Make sure that your friends is not toxic. It could be toxic family members. Check them out. See what they talking about. See if they positive, if they there, you know what I mean, to help you come up, or they just there to see you downfall. They plotting your demise. You dig what I'm saying? And then not only that, Overstreet said it, but then the other guy turned around and said it. He says those setbacks, they just lessons of blessings. You dig what I'm saying? You learn a lesson when you go through a setback. You got to come out of it with wisdom. You got to learn something. If you come out of a setback, it's supposed to make you stronger mentally. So now you know how to move and groove and not to do this and not to do that. Why you think I don't drink no more? I don't make good decisions when I drink. So we ain't even got to talk about it no more. If you don't see me with the bottle, you see me with my sparkling apple juice or something like that. Turn up for Christ and burn up for life. It's real. Alcohol took me down the wrong path. Why I'm about to keep drinking alcohol? You dig what I'm saying? That's stupid. They said that's insane. You know what I mean? Hold on, what you say? All right. Pook said at case in point at Londa's party, he said I had some Hennessy, which he has, Pook drink like good stuff too. And he says, I handed you some vanilla Coke, knowing you don't drink. That's what friends do. And that's really real though. But I'm saying it's like, but we like bros though. We like brothers from another mother. But yeah, but that's how friends do. And he know it like, man, here goes some vanilla Coke. I got this Hennessy. But he know I don't drink. And so there it is. Cousin Ebony, what's going down? You just showed up late. I'm about to get offline now. Duke says, nice to hear you and see my brother. May God bless. Okay, you too, bro. I appreciate that, Duke. Man, God, it's good to see you and good to hear from you too, bro. But listen, y'all, be blessed. I always try to tell somebody you love them. I don't care if it's your kids, if it's your sister, if it's your brother, if it's your mother, father, somebody, man. Let somebody know, man, that listen, I love you and I care about you. You said nothing. Love you too. I love you too, little cousin. But yeah, and just man, remember, man, it's easy to be stupid and be reckless and to be hateful and be bitter. But you know what? Man, it's a beautiful thing, man, when you can just speak positive. And you know what I mean? When people talking bad, speak positive, pray for people and try to help them. I promise you'll be blessed. I did it. I seen it. I seen it happen. And so I'm the evidence of it. That's it, man. People that are just popping in late, I appreciate it. Go back and check it out. So be safe. I love you too, Sarah. She always looking out for me. God bless y'all. Bear truth. I love y'all. Peace.